Hello, 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 hello. Empire Day, Empire Day, Empire Day. British Empire Day, 2013. What? What? Yes, indeed. British People's League at you here today. John Beattie speaking. Pleased to have you with us. Bi-weekly videos talking about our British roots, our old British Empire, British White Empire, then watered down to Commonwealth. But originally, May 24th, which it is today, May 24th, 2013, we just celebrated Queen Victoria Day this past weekend here in the Dominion of Canada. I'm now going to read you from our buddies, our pals, our chums, our mates back in the motherland from Candor. I suppose the lettering would show up backwards. Candor. Candor magazine from the motherland, United Kingdom. A recent edition, and we should be better prepared than this, but this boy has many hats. This is the April 2013 edition, an excellent edition. Candor's 60th anniversary, 1953 to 2013, a time for recollection, for reflection and rededication. Just an excellent, excellent edition. Canada's 60th anniversary. I'll forget my last few mumblings there, folks. I'm just pretty upset at the butchering of the soldier in the motherland. So my words may be a bit scrambled. I don't believe in rehearsing, planning, extreme detail for these broadcasts. I like to be spontaneous from the heart, and that's the way I wish to appear. Now back to Candor, candor.org.uk. Candor, CANDOUR.org.uk. And along with this current edition is one reprint of their very first edition, number 1, October 30th, 1953, the British Views newsletter. So it's quite a historical event for the Candor people, and we're glad to share it with them. So we have an excellent article here on Empire Day, the 24th of May. And of course it used to be remembered as Empire Day, and then bingo, it gets slowly watered down. For some fluke, whatever the fluke, Victoria Day is still held here in the Dominion of Canada, but they're trying to water it down now, but so far they haven't succeeded, and fireworks do go off. Although there's some areas of the country trying to delay the fireworks to July 1st, Canada's official birthday, saying, well, we don't need fireworks both days. Well, anyway, it's still Victoria Day. So back to Candor and their excellent publication. And they're discussing here Emma West, who is the heroine in Britain. And then down below the right, I will be reading Empire Day, 24th of May by Robert Black. Down below the picture of Emma West, who while riding on the subway, the trams over there with her little tots, surrounded by immigrants, gave a speech as to what's happened to her country. And in that regard, I'm proud to read out Robert Black's words here from Candor. Empire Day, 24th of May. On the 24th of May, pause and raise a glass for Empire Day. This was first celebrated in 1902, but the idea had been in consideration since 1897. Its purpose to, quote, remind children that they form part of the British Empire, and that they might think with others in lands across the sea what it meant to be sons and daughters of such a glorious empire. And that, quote, the strength of the empire depended upon them, and they must never forget it. End of quote. And interrupting Robert Black's article here, that's why we must never forget. It's our responsibility, those of British stock around the globe, to stick glued together. And I give Candor magazine and Robert Black, Colin, full credit for gluing us together, keeping us together. And with all the turmoil and the multi-immigration from Africa, from India, from China, we will glue together and survive, and once again raise our banner, our Union Jack. Back to Robert's article. Sorry about that, Robert. The strength of the empire depended upon them, and they must never forget it. School children across the empire would typically salute the Union Jack and sing patriotic songs. They would learn of the heroes who built our empire, such as Clive of India and Wolfe of Quebec. Most importantly, perhaps they left school early that day, 3 cheers, to attend marches of festivities held to celebrate the event. Celebrated for over 60 years, Empire Day gave Britons worldwide an opportunity to celebrate their pride in the British Empire. An opportunity to celebrate their pride in the British Empire. And those who built and maintained it. As the empire was deliberately undermined, the occasion was renamed Commonwealth Day. Even the date, originally Queen Victoria's birthday, was changed. Empire Day was relegated to the history hole. And only the oldest of our readers may remember the saying, "Remember, remember, Empire Day, the 24th of May." I'll repeat that. Remember, remember, Empire Day, the 24th of May. Bit of a chill in the spine there. It makes you stiffen up a bit, doesn't it, folks? We're fighting back. We're not taking the crap anymore. Our young being butchered. This is John Beattie here. Our young being butchered in the streets of Britain in broad daylight with the meat cleaver and knives. The black Islamist, extremist, whatever the hell he was, in broad daylight. Now think about this. The citizens of Britain are being disarmed. The citizens of Canada, except for the hunters. Thank God we've got thousands of hunters. But back to the motherland, disarmed. How long do you think that those 2 murderers would have been allowed to hack away at the body had concealed weapons be allowed in Britain? They wouldn't have even, got to the young fellow. They would have been shot dead by a citizen. Think about that. Standing around giving interviews on ITV and other crap while the body they've just mangled and sliced up, butchery, is lying on the street. Whereas if people had guns, legally concealed weapons, those 2 creeps would have been shot down before they even got a chance to start. And there he is standing on TV with the meat cleaver and the butcher knife, meaning that's going to be you next, folks. You. That's going to be you next out there. You, we, us. We're not going to let it happen. In memory of Empire Day, we of the British People's League give you our pledge. It ain't going to happen. Not in this boy's watch. Back to Robert Black's excellent memorial article here to Empire Day. In our small way, let us reclaim Empire Day from the Frankfurt School history schoolroom dustbin and think, as I'm sure most of you already do, of the greatest empire the world has ever known. Let us take renewed confidence and courage from the deeds of our forefathers who gave so much of themselves, often under the most testing of conditions around the globe. Perhaps the bitterest of ironies of our present estate is that in the Falkland Islands they have recently had a referendum. Now truly more British than the British, with an almost completely white population. They are fortunate thus far. If England was what England seems, and not the England of our dreams, but only putty, brass and paint, I'll quickly drop her, but she ain't. The Return, All Arms by Kipling. I'm going to let you observe Sir John here for a bit and Queen Victoria. Get the fingers right on the screen here. And I'm going to grab off the wall around the corner here, British People's League, a little photo I want to show you. I should have had it out first. I shall be right back in 2 seconds. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Now what we have here is a map of the old British Empire. in Canada, Canadian sketch from a couple of... Now, in the bottom right, you see that massive Union Jack. Massive Union Jack. That Union Jack, look at it, on Bay Street, downtown Toronto. Look at the size of it. The size of it covers a quarter of a massive office building, just down from the old British Canadian City Hall. And where is it? Union Jack in Toronto, Loyal Anglo-Saxon Ontario, 1919. 1919. Okay? So who says our roots aren't British? And we still have a common denominator outside of the cities. Outside of the cities, our roots are still British. British stock. Common denominator. You look in our phone books. But with the multicultural monster strangling us throughout the world, those are British stock. We've got to get together, get our act together. But the butchery of that young soldier just outside the Woolwich Barracks in South London, England, a couple of days ago, now seen by patriots around the world as a wake-up call. I mean, you know, there they are, standing there, butcher knife in hand, meat cleaver in hand, just as they're slaughtering the whites in South Africa. Yes, slaughtering. People say, well, you know, it's not our generation. Our children will have to live with it. What did you have children for if you're not going to pass on some values? Okay? It's just unbelievable, the butchery of that young man in broad daylight. Now, what more of a wake-up call could there be? It's just unbelievable. Yes, bombs have gone off in the past in London as well. But the picture of those two blacks just standing around a body they have butchered, and the body lying in the road waiting for the police. It is interesting, some of the commentators in Britain in our camp have been saying that the police arrived en masse to protect the mosques. They were there, bang, fast. I suppose when they got the police reports that there was someone with weapons running around in South London, that they just didn't realize what was taking place. Well, they got there, but the butchery had been done, and the butchers standing out in the street discussing it like they were discussing a card game. Just simply unbelievable, the butchery of that soldier. And you could still look it up on Google. Just click in British soldier butchered. Just those three words on Google, British soldier butchered. You get all the news items. I know I'm dwelling on it on Empire Day, but something went wrong, obviously, with our white empire. We do have the memory. And just speaking about, I give Candor magazine people and Robert Black the credit for bringing it up. We have a young fellow in Western Canada. He's just as excited as hell about Empire Day. The memory of it. And it's still within the blood. You can't take it out. It's a spark. A dream? No, not a dream. It's a survival. It's, are we the last of the Mohicans? Come on, let's smarten up. We've got to roll. Think about everything. Empire Day, the 24th of May. What does it mean to you, red, white, and blue? Our people spread throughout the globe must get the message. We must work hard together as a peoples. Our hierarchy have let us down. Is there no freedom of speech from Buckingham Palace? There are men in uniform within the walls of Buckingham Palace. Is there no freedom of speech? Cannot one of the sons of the Queen speak out and say enough is enough? Or we leave it to Emma West to be our spokesperson. Click on Google for Emma West, the heroine. 5 times her trial is being delayed. What's her trial for? For speaking out on public transit and pointing out these people didn't belong in Britain. Empire Day, let it not be wasted, May 24th. We're going to be at you with these videos every 2 weeks. And down the road, who knows, maybe Monday to Friday, we'll do a daily video on news for our peoples, our patriots around the globe. That's down the road. So, stop fooling around, folks. Meat cleavers are facing us, just waiting to cut up our faces, as is happening in South Africa. Gruesome news. Oh, why can't we talk about something nice, Johnny boy? Why can't you be nice? Ha! Pretty hard to do when you see what happened in Britain a couple of days ago. But it's a wake-up call, and our peoples are reporting in here, and if you wish to comment, britishcanada@gmail.com. britishcanada@gmail.com. If you have suggested topics for these videos on YouTube, let us know. If you have something you'd like us to refer to, let us know. We'll consider it. So this is the British People's League. Yours truly, John Beattie, signing off. Empire Day. Empire Day 2013. Remind children that they form parts of the British Empire, and then they might think with others in lands across the sea what it meant to be sons and daughters of such a glorious empire. And that the strength of the empire depended on them, and they must never forget it. So thanks to Robert Black for that excellent editorials. At you in a couple of weeks, folks. Goodbye for now. And thank you for tuning in. Spread the word about these videos. Spread the links of these videos. Goodbye.